everyone. I hope we all had a very good start today, Monday. All right, so I will quickly. Okay, so how many of us here are building and selling product? Okay, okay, great. So today I'm going to present you Z. But before that, let me start with myself. Why me and who I am? So as a seasoned entrepreneur, while I've built products and raised capital, one thing that has constantly bothered me is that has constantly like moved the engine forward is conversations. These conversations are the fundamental to how the business is moving, how we are generating revenues. While I was having these conversations, typically the entire conversations was scattered, and those signals were never helping me get better. And when I looked around, most of the revenue leaders were lost looking for data, and they were manually inputting all those informations into the CRM. And just like I was troubled. 70% of this revenue is running on delayed context. Today, CRMs are only storing data. They don't understand what's actually happening inside those conversations. Okay? Still, reps are manually taking notes and updating those conversations. But the deals are actually happening. The revenue closures are actually happening with humans. So if you look at the present ecosystem, revenue is pretty much scattered across different contexts, and most of the revenue is pretty much a guesswork. But the modern agentic system will be more intent-driven, will be real-time, and it should be accelerating your revenue outcomes. So there has to be a missing layer which actually understands me, my customer category, and the conversion DNA that is actually driving the revenue forward for my category. This is where this missing layer should transform the reporting, the normal reporting into CRMs to more on the observational intelligence layer. Okay? And this is where this missing layer will transform and create 1% or maybe 10% billion-dollar brands in future. And that missing layer is Z. Z is your deal intelligence layer that makes your CRM autonomous. It understands your online to in-person conversations and contextualizes those high-value signals, intent, into real-time insights and pushes automatically into your CRM. So you don't actually have to do all of those guesswork, legworks, or boring tasks. Now, this is just the application layer where Z picks conversations from online to in-person conversations and pushes into your CRM. But there is more than that, what we do at Z. In the next 3 years, Z will become the stripe for revenue intelligence teams, which means it will not only empower or create a very dense interconnected network of deal intelligence for revenue teams, but it will also power and propel their revenues in a very holistic and a very focused formats. Now let's look into these 3 components where we're talking about lead enrichment layers and the intelligence and how it is pushing that information down into the systems so that it can be used by agents or humans like. Okay, so the first one is presently the enrichment or conversational agents are typically sitting in silos. That's where Z, the deal intelligence layer, comes into picture, pulls out that information and contextualizes that, and then it converts those insights into risk signals, understands buyer's intent, and suggests the next best action. And once it happens, while this is happening in real time, Z updates this intelligence information or this intelligence into your CRM. Z also provides this feed to your agentic voice agents or let's say SDRs. And this information can also be repurposed into your content and brand marketing agents, which means when you are becoming a billion-dollar brand, and that means there is going to be more efficiency that comes into picture. And that efficiency will be played back by this intelligence system automatically, autonomously. Okay? So this is what exactly will happen into the ecosystem. So while ZED will observe these deals, the intelligence in real time, it will be updating your CRM with high intent signals. The account executives from SMBs, they will be able to see how the revenue is accelerating. They will have their real-time revenue intelligence system adjacent to them. And that means they will have a very clear visibility into how revenue is going to turn out for their category. So mind it, ZED is becoming a category creating layer for your business. Okay? So this is what typically it is. Our early design partners are loving us. From EdTech, direct to consumer, wealth advisory to vertical SaaS, ZED is cutting the noise and enabling these teams with short, smart, concise insights. I would say one metric which revenue intelligence team is needed at the most is their deal intelligence score, meaning where the deal is staying and how far we are from the conversion. So that information will be pushed to the consumer, to the agent autonomously. So that's pretty much about it. I know you want to learn more about it, so I invite you to the booth 08 and the second floor, and do register to scan and register for the early access. Thank you so much.